everyone, I'm Kenzie Moss, the membership coordinator with Georgia Manufacturing Alliance. And today for Maker's Mic, I have Mr. Bart Freeman from Daniel Defense. Thank you so much
Hey,
for being
Kenzie.
here, Bart.
I appreciate you having me.
So you are VP of HR for Daniel Defense, which is probably a really big job.
It's a big job and it's a cool job. I've really
Yeah,
enjoyed it. I've been with them about 8 years now, and it's been a fun journey.
I bet it sounds like a really fun company to work for, and I'm excited to let everyone know a little bit more about it. So we'll go ahead and get started with what is Daniel Defense? Who started it? Where is its origin?
Yeah, it's a good question. So Marty Daniel is our owner and principal and chairman of the board. It's one of those things like you read in a magazine. This guy was started piddling around with parts of firearms in a garage, and 25 years later, we've got a booming, healthy business. So it's like I said, it's just been a great journey.
Yeah. Um, what does Daniel Defense manufacture? What are your main categories?
Yes, we manufacture firearms, specifically the AR-15 platform, bolt gun, and we just came out with a handgun here last year.
Nice, nice. Um, so Marty started this. He started Daniel Defense in 2001, was it?
Yeah, it was right around that time frame. And
Okay,
then, he started out with components and then eventually the rails and then full on firearms. So it was kind of a
gotcha.
progression type process.
Yeah, so I saw on the website the timeline of everything and how he almost didn't make it through, was it Georgia Southern?
Yeah, yeah,
He flunked twice, but now look at him.
yeah. I've thought about that as well. I can't recall exactly who they are, but especially some of these tech owners, that go to Harvard and flunk out or decide that school's not for them or whatever it might be. It's interesting because Marty got into school. He had a couple of retries and just but dug in and was resilient and got his I think engineering degree, and the rest is history. So, and
Yeah.
now he serves as a I think a board member for Georgia Southern. So it's
Yes,
a
he
great
does.
story.
I saw that on the website. I was like, he is the definition of comeback kid for sure. Um, can you tell me just from your position, have you always been in the gun world or how did you come to Daniel Defense?
No, it's so I started out. I've been in human resources for 30 almost 35 years now. Started on the ground floor of human resources with Murray Lawn and Garden bicycles. So they made lawnmowers and bicycles at the time. Spent about 10 years with them. Went to what's now BASF. Spent about 5 years with them in the automotive industry. From there, I spent 5 years at a privately owned company in Athens, Georgia, and made transformers. Then I went to Texas for 10 years and was in the oil and gas market for out there and really enjoyed it. Really got a lot of good experience in the international space. And then I've been here about 8 years with Daniel Defense. So
Wow.
all in human resources as a generalist, and yeah, just really enjoyed it and it's given me a good career.
Yeah. Are you a gun guy yourself, or was this kind
You
of
know,
a new world?
it is a new world. I did not grow up hunting or shooting or target shooting or anything. I got here. I never owned a gun before I got to Daniel Defense, and now I've got a few and go out from time to time and shoot and really enjoy it. It's a good pastime, and so I just really like our products. And you talk about Daniel Defense. to your neighbors or folks you run into. They're just it's the brands there, and that's one of the things that attracted me here. It's just a cool product. It's not like you're working at a place that makes bolts or things that you just can't necessarily relate to. It's
Yeah.
it's a consumer product that's cool and it's got a wow factor to it, and it's fun to use.
Yeah. It's funny because I mean, I grew up around guns. My grandfather was a police officer and has hundreds of them. But when I met Wesley and Jason, I was like, oh, these are gun lovers. And then when they started talking about Daniel Defense, I was like, I didn't really get the hype. And then I saw the products and I was like, okay, these are actually really cool, which I can never tell Wesley that, or we'd have 100 more of them in our gun safe. But they are proud supporters of Daniel Defense. And I hope one year soon I can get to do the tour. It was a little much with the baby this year, but I only hear good things about the tour there. Even from people that don't know anything about guns, they're like, this is still really cool. So that's a cool part about Daniel Defense, that even if you're not a gun enthusiast, it's still really awesome to see the products that y'all are producing. Um, what makes Daniel Defense unique compared to other gun manufacturers?
I think there's a few things that come to mind. I think certainly we're a privately held company. Our owner is Marty Daniels. It's not a distant corporate office or a withholding company that you see, somewhere. It's one individual that owns the company. We're American made, American owned. We're a faith-based company. I think that's a very unique. I think it's very unique, just generally speaking, especially in the firearms industry. So we our mission is honor God, defend freedom. That makes up our value system. Marty has certainly started that journey when he kicked off the company, and that was his kind of vision. And then our new CEO, as of about 2.5 years ago, Rod Reason, is taking that to even another level. And that's everything we do. We say is that's kind of based on that thought and that premise.
Yes.
Um, so
I
it's
saw that
like I
from your
said,
website. I saw that it was faith-based, family-based, just do it yourself kind of thing. And um I saw a quote on your website that I loved, which was the lone David amongst a slew of Goliath competitors. And I think that ties in exactly what you just said. It's everything Daniel Defense is on piggybacked off of faith, which I as a Christian lady totally love. Um, One thing I definitely wanted to let our members know what about Daniel Defense is that y'all provide firearms for our troops and our police officers.
yeah, we call that so we've got the commercial side of the business, and then we've got what we refer to as the mile side, MILE, military and law enforcement. So yeah, a lot of the other law enforcement, special forces, the unfortunate events that are happening overseas today as we speak, trying to support that where we can. And so, yeah, that's a big customer base of ours.
And I bet your background with the international side of HR helps with that because I'm assuming y'all are uh, transporting goods overseas all the time.
It does, and every country, especially the European countries, all of them are different, right? So they got different laws, different do's and don'ts, different ways of doing business. Both from a compliance, culturally, legally, et cetera. So it does definitely comes in handy.
Yeah,
Basically.
that's awesome. Um, My last question is, what is the best way to contact you if someone is interested in Daniel Defense or has questions about the company? Would you prefer email, LinkedIn, phone?
Yeah, they certainly welcome to give me a call. Be glad to answer any questions or help out in any way. Certainly, if someone's interested in job opportunities, they can go to our website. We're active. We've got, Lord, I don't know how many jobs. We've probably got 40, 50 job openings right now as we speak.
Wow.
We've got a pretty aggressive growth expectations over the next 2, 3 years, and yeah, as a result, we're trying to beef up the support not only in manufacturing jobs, but the all the salaried support jobs as well. So if you go out there and look at our website, take a look. If you're interested in it, just ping us and we'll follow up. But
Do you think that change is because of what's happening overseas right now? Why are y'all predicting that for the future?
yeah, a lot of it just we've been fortunate enough to take market share from our competitors. The overseas events, they're more spikes in business
Mhm.
per se. Although we are growing our and have continued to grow our overall mile business, that's been a steady growth trend. Most of our business right now is commercial. But our mile business is really taken off in the last 4 to 5 years. So some of that is true, but we've just been fortunate. We make what we feel like the best barrels and the best firearms in the world, and we've been able to take market share even in a down economy and where the firearms market and industry has been down over. It's been a pretty volatile business, depending on the political you know happenings within the world or whatever, but it has its ups and downs. But in those down markets, we've been aggressive and been able to grow our business.
Awesome. Well, as a proud owner of a Daniel Defense or two or three, I was so excited for this interview, and I think people are gonna definitely look into Daniel Defense after this. And again, thank you so much for taking some time to do this with me and making Maker's Mic even more interesting by adding this new level to it.
I appreciate the opportunity. Always happy to talk to you guys. You guys are great supporters of manufacturing and certainly Daniel Defense. We lean on you guys a lot, so we appreciate all you do for us.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Bart.
Okay, thank you.